If you carry the sacred marks, the letter M and the crescent moon on your palm, know this: you were chosen long before the world called your name. These are not ordinary lines. They are the handwriting of God, etched into your skin as a testament to your divine calling. You were never meant to blend in. You were born to stand out, to be a vessel of healing, a light in dark places, and a bridge between heaven and earth. The warmth in your touch, the peace that follows your words, and the tears people shed in your presence are not mere coincidences. They are signs, divine indicators that your hands were not made just to build, but to bless. You carry the frequency of divine restoration. While others live only for themselves, you've always felt something deeper calling you to serve, to ease the pain of others, to pour life into places of despair. This is not weakness, this is power, sacred power. Your hands were made for divine healing, because when a chosen one heals, heaven moves. The energy in your hands is not yours alone. It is a gift placed within you to be given freely, generously, and boldly. You are not just helping people, you are fulfilling a divine mission written into your soul. This gift has always been yours. In this message, you'll rediscover the gift of healing that has always lived within you. You will understand the sacred responsibility that comes with it, and how to activate the energy that has quietly been waiting in your palms. Stay until the end, because this is not just information, it is an initiation. Confirm your role. If your heart is burning, if something inside you feels like it's finally being named, comment 777 to confirm your role. Subscribe so you don't miss the deeper teachings, and share this with another marked soul. The world doesn't need more noise, it needs the healers to rise. The first truth: giving your gift is not optional. Giving your gift is not optional. It is the very reason you were sent here. You felt it since you were a child, the quiet difference that set you apart. The way you absorbed the pain of others without knowing why, how strangers were drawn to you, how you could feel the tension in a room before anyone spoke a word. You weren't imagining it. You weren't overly sensitive. You were being shaped. While others brushed things off, you carried them. You cried not only for people who hurt you, but for those who hadn't even met you. You longed for peace, even when you didn't know how to express it. You often wondered, why am I like this? But now you need to hear the truth. You are like this because God made you this way on purpose. That soft heart, that deep empathy, that spiritual sensitivity were never flaws. They were the early signs of a calling far greater than survival. The rejection you faced, the isolation, the way people misunderstood your silence or your kindness, those were not punishments. They were preparations. You were being trained in the hidden battlefield of the soul, a place where heaven was forging someone who could carry light into darkness. You were never just surviving, you were being trained to heal, and the world has been waiting for you to remember. Jesus said in Mark 16:18, "They will lay hands on the sick, and they will recover." He wasn't speaking metaphorically. He was speaking to every believer. And yes, he was speaking to you. The gift to heal is for all. The power to heal was never reserved for a select few. It was never locked behind titles or theological degrees. From the beginning, God moved through those willing to trust him. Moses stretched out his hand, and the sea parted. Elisha laid his hands on a lifeless boy, and breath returned. Peter reached out to a crippled man, and strength filled his legs. None of them were perfect, but every one of them obeyed. And now, it's your turn. If your palm carries the mark of a visible letter M or a crescent moon, this is not a coincidence. This is not body art. It is a heavenly seal. You were not just chosen. You were commissioned. You were set apart not only to believe in healing, but to release it. Your hands are not ordinary. They were crafted to carry out a divine function, and the time to act is now. Divine power flows through you. There is something sacred that flows through you, even when you're not trying. When you place your hand on someone's shoulder, when you pray silently beside them, or when you simply walk into a room filled with pain, something begins to shift. The atmosphere changes. Hearts soften. Tears rise without explanation. Breathing becomes easier. People say they feel lighter after speaking with you. Some don't have the words for it, but they know something happened. You've felt it too, haven't you? That quiet current moving through your fingers, that warmth in your palm, that deep stillness that rests over the moment. This is not just energy. This is not emotion. This is heaven moving. What you carry is not just positive thinking. It is the transference of life. It is peace that reaches where words cannot. It is healing that speaks directly to the soul. These aren't random moments. They are activations, glimpses of what your hands were created to do on a larger scale. You're not just comforting people. You're opening a door between heaven and earth. Every time you obey that quiet urge to reach out, you release something eternal. The enemy's attack. Have you ever noticed that after a powerful spiritual moment, when your hands felt alive and someone told you they felt peace just standing near you, you were suddenly flooded with doubt, confusion, insecurity, or even shame? That's not random. That's strategy. The enemy cannot steal your gift, so he attacks your belief in it. He whispers lies about your worth, reminding you of your mistakes, stirring old memories to make you feel unworthy. He tries to convince you that what you carry is too sacred for someone like you. But here's the truth. The ones who have been wounded the most are often the ones most capable of healing others. Not because of their pain, but because they allowed their pain to become compassion. They understand what brokenness feels like, and that understanding becomes power when surrendered to God. The reason your battles have been so intense is because your gift is not small. Deep down, the darkness knows exactly what you're capable of. If you ever fully believe who you are, you're not underqualified, you are overprepared. Every scar you carry has shaped your ability to heal with mercy, not ego, with fire, but never pride. Activating your healing power. Activating the gift in your hands begins not with noise, but with clarity. This isn't about emotion or theatrics. It's about precision. Your hands were never ordinary. They were crafted to respond to divine instruction. And to access that instruction, you must train your spirit to hear what others ignore. The first step is presence. Not religious routine, but focused stillness. Each day, give God undivided time, no phones, no distractions. Just 15 minutes of silence, breathing slowly, repeating one phrase. My hands are ready, Lord. Over time, that stillness becomes revelation. The second step is purification, not starvation, but spiritual discipline. Skip one meal, not to impress heaven, but to silence the noise. Fast from anything that clouds your perception, just enough to feel your soul become sharp again. Clarity is the environment where healing awakens. The third step is action. Lay hands not because you feel powerful, but because you know who works through you. This final step isn't about results. It's about obedience. Don't wait for a sign. Be the sign. Healing doesn't begin when you feel ready. It begins when you finally move. Your words are powerful. The gift in your hands responds to alignment. Your thoughts, your posture, and yes, your words. Keep your language clean. Keep your tone holy. Speak like someone heaven listens to, because it does. Your mouth is not simply for speaking. It is the gate through which resurrection flows. When you speak doubt, you dull your own authority. When you speak faith, you stir the atmosphere. Life and death are in the power of the tongue, not metaphorically, but spiritually. If you want the gift in your hands to operate at full force, you must learn to guard your mouth with the same reverence you guard your prayers. Bless when others curse. Declare healing when others expect decline. Speak peace in chaos, and your voice will carry weight in the unseen. You are heaven's weapon. You are not just a healer. You are heaven's weapon. You are not called to comfort alone, but to confront darkness where it hides. You don't need a platform, a title, or a robe. What you need is loyalty to the one who marked your hands. God did not choose you because you were flawless. He chose you because you said yes. Every time you step into a room, the balance shifts. Every space you enter becomes a battleground, not one of noise and violence, but of light pushing back what has long gone unchallenged. Your presence is sacred. The calling on your life is not passive. It is active, alive, and moving through your fingertips. You were not chosen to sit in silence hoping someone else would rise. You were chosen because heaven saw in you the willingness to move, even when others stood still. When you speak, chains break. When you walk, ground is claimed. And when you lay hands, something eternal begins. The time is now. This is not a soft calling. This is war. You are the weapon God placed in the right place at the right time for a reason. The world is groaning for someone like you. Not louder, not more talented, but marked. If the M or the crescent rests in your hand, it is not for decoration. It is a summons, a seal, a sign that heaven has appointed you for something far greater than comfort. You are not marked to observe. You are marked to move, to act, to speak when others go silent, to reach where others withdraw. You are not just called to lay hands on the sick. You are called to heal generations. Awaken the mark. The time to rise into your mission isn't tomorrow. It's now. Don't wait for a feeling. Don't wait for permission. Heaven has already written your name into the pages of its assignment. You were not born to blend in. You were born to awaken. The marks on your hands, the letter M, the crescent moon, are not passive. They are active callings. You were not given this gift to admire it. You were given it to move, to heal, and to unlock what others cannot reach. So now the question is simple. Will you rise? Not because you feel ready, but because you were born for this. If your spirit is burning, if you know this message was for you, don't let it pass like another video. Write in the comments, I receive it. Say it with conviction. Say it as confirmation, because once you declare it, you give heaven agreement. And that's when the movement begins. You're not waiting for a sign, you are the sign. Now walk in it.